I was suited up and I was ready for this Norway versus England game. Nervous, excited, all the emotions you can think of. This game had it all. Controversy, goals, bangers, moments that had you questioning why. You had homies flirting with each other. This game had it all. You had Morita cheering on the Vikings. This was a proper David versus Goliath match, and I was ready for it. And I was ready for Haaland to avenge all of Mexico. So let's get right into it. We kicked things off in the 36th minute when Andrea Sheldrup with a tiro centro for sure. He'll tell you he meant it as a shot, but we all know that looks like a tiro centro. Either way, it finds the back of the net and Norway are leading 1-0. Let's go Vikings! And then we get to one of the first talking points of the game when Sorloth threw on goal, 2-on-1 with Haaland, and he doesn't pass it. He doesn't pass it to him, bro. Why? That's 2-0. That completely changes the whole game, bro. And I don't understand. Someone said, oh, that pass was not suited for a left footer. Bro, you're a professional. Use your right foot. That was a clear 2-0 Norway, and it changes the whole game, but I couldn't believe it from Sorloth. Homie should have imagined he was playing against Barcelona's defense, which is his favorite team to play against, bro. And then we get to our second talking point. This happened right after that Sorloth unexplainable decision. A normal goal kick by the Norwegian goalkeeper Haaland, and if you look closely, it looks like the ball touches one of the Skycam's cables. Look at that, bro. You can see that there's a different trajectory on the ball once it touches. But lo and behold, FIFA. According to FIFA, the heartbeat of the ball never showed any evidence that the ball touched anything. But you can see it, bro. You can see there's a slight difference in the trajectory of the ball. But, you know, we move on. And from there, Elliot Anderson picks up the loose ball, finds Gordon, who then feeds Jude. And Jude does what he's been doing all tournament. Nice little silky run. Slots it home 1-1 right before the halftime. You had the goalkeeper saying it touched something. You had Haaland saying it touched something. But it ends 1-1 at halftime. Now we move to the 57th minute and our next talking point of the game. Corner in by Odegaard. Haaland loses his marker, gets a deflection, and who's there to score? Torbjørn Hagem to give Norway a 2-1 lead. But wait. Seems like VAR wants to take a look at something. And I gotta be honest, man. They Arsenal have been getting away with this all season. That's how they won the Premier League, bro. But you want to call this? Game ends 1-1. We go to extra time. And in the 3rd minute of extra time, Morgan Rogers with a shot. Haaland with a spill. And who's there to clean up the mess? Hey, Jude. Jude Bellingham makes it 2-1 to England, and that was it. Haaland gets subbed out at the half, and that was it. Norway and Haaland are out of the World Cup. England advances, but we still had one more game, one more hate watch. And it was Switzerland versus Argentina. And my hopium levels were off the chart. After Norway fell, I needed Switzerland to come through. I needed them to do the unthinkable and beat Argentina. But in the 10th minute, a corner swung in by Messi, and who's there to meet it? McAllister makes it 1-0 Argentina. But this is when the Swiss started plotting, started making those arrangements, started making those plans, giving me hope of a Swiss comeback. We go into the half 1-0 Argentina, and we pick things. Hopium levels are through the roof now. Can the Swiss actually do it? And we reached our biggest talking point of the game. And to be honest, this was a red card, bro. Embolo dove, he was already on a yellow. You can't do things like that, bro. You can't have mental lapses like that. Switzerland was in control in that moment. You guys had just tied the game up. Like I said, it is the right call. They implemented this for the World Cup, and they already had used it in the game versus USA and Paraguay when Almiron dove. So call it a controversy, call it whatever you want. It was the right call, unfortunately. Argentina couldn't find a breakthrough in the 90 minutes, so we go into extra time. Just when it looked like Pence might be the deciding factor, we get an absolute worldie from Julian Alvarez. This might be goal of the tournament, bro. I can't lie. That was amazing. That was a nice curl, nice finish, top banners, a pure golazo that made it 2-1 Argentina. And that was it. That's all she wrote. Lautaro added a third to cement Argentina's place in the semifinals. What a terrible hate watch it was. But there's still hope. The semifinals are looking like absolute classics. France versus Spain. and Argentina versus England. And you know who I'm taking? I'm siding with France and the dictator and England and Jude to meet in the final of the 2026 World Cup. Those are my picks. I can't believe the World Cup is almost over. Let me know what you guys thought of the games. Who has been your favorite player this tournament? Which countries have you guys been rooting for? As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. But until then, let's just chill out.